Hello everybody and welcome back to our 4th Age Rhovanion campaign, and I think I have decided what I'm going to do here. As you recall, over the past few episodes, we've had a bit of a difficult time with this part of the map. We've had both of these settlements, Brig Estelad and Erebos, at various times, but have lost them to Rune as we have kind of withdrawn and tried to regroup. And we've got this army here, Bane of Rhovanos, who is our heir, and he's done some good in the field, but I've been kind of reluctant to have him try to hold any of the settlements that he has taken. I think that's been a good move because we've got essentially a cavalry army here, and it's more about fighting in the open field. But we need to start doing something different. We can't just keep going back and forth here forever. So I think what we're going to do is this. We're going to send this army up here. We're going to go for Fennis Rim. The reason we're going to go for Fennis Rim is because it is unwalled. It looks like the kind of place we could take within just a single turn, just storm it, sack it, and then, well, see what we're going to do with it from there. I think what I want to do is try to gift this to our allies North Rune. North Rune, you see, is not at war with the chiefdom of Rune. And so if Rune wants this back, they're going to have to go to war with a faction that is on their border. And they may do that, but they may not. And if they don't, then that's great because I've basically denied them a production settlement. If they do go to war with North Rune, that's also fine because it distracts both of these factions and potentially gives Rune another front to have to funnel troops towards, maybe making things easier for us. So I think that's what we're going to do. Again, we're not going to try to hold a settlement, but we are going to gift this to our current ally. At least that's the plan. From here, we'll see how our army is doing, but there may be some other mercenaries in the area that we can take advantage of and try to threaten some of these other really more important settlements for Rune, such as Tham, their capital, and Reikost, which is right up here. If we do that, then what we want to do is follow up in the west by taking and holding some of these settlements. So to that end, what I've done is taken out a couple of cavalry units from Rhovanost, March Wardens, and some mercenaries, and we're sending them to the east. And we're going to take this unit of Rhovanion Spearmen right down there. He's going to meet up with the Bowman mercenaries, and we're going to send them all down basically to Brig Estelad with all of these other units. I think that'll be enough to take it and possibly enough to hold it. We're going to be training some more troops here. Let's get some more scouts. Actually, you know what? Let's go with some foresters for a bit of variety. We're getting more March Wardens being trained in the west in Rhovanost. And pretty soon we'll be able to train something out of Nerigzagil, although I'm not sure I will want to train what they have available. But the idea is to pull these units into the east to free up the options for us to start taking and holding some of this territory. So that is going to be the plan. All right, and we are attacked. So, let's take a look at where exactly this is. Yes, so this is right northeast of Erebos. We've seen this army before. They've got a couple of spearmen, and that's really the most threatening thing here. Not much to worry about, so let's get right into it. If we do well here, we'll continue on. We want to bring our scout over into the east to make sure there's not another, couple of big stacks in the area. But the goal, of course, is to win this without taking too many losses. And then to move into the east where we can just keep rampaging, trying to take land away from Rune. All right, this is pretty woodsy down there. So I think I'll back up to this part of the map. Let's see, we've got 3 archers. Yes, we'll send all you guys there. And we've got a unit of slingers too. And our couple of skirmishers. I guess we can hide some of them in the woods. And otherwise, just a single unit of spears. So I think I'll have you here. And then for our cavalry, we'll have the general back here. We've got our strongest arm right there on the left. And our mercenaries, I guess we'll put them over towards the right, and then everyone else can kind of back up the March Wardens. Looks like they're coming on fairly straight. We do have a hidden unit, so sometimes that makes the AI extremely cautious. But it looks like they're moving their entire force rate at us. I think in order to give myself a bit more room to maneuver, I will bring these ranged guys down so they can skirmish back, because we're kind of close to the edge of the map. I'd rather not have to be fighting in the trees either. Alright, so there's the Eastland Raiders. They're going to make a good target for my mercenary cav. And they're going to go out and explore, trying to uncover my hidden units. Keeping their general back very sensibly there. Let's see if we can find the spearmen. Okay, there's one unit, and the other one's right in front of it. So these are the two toughest guys. Let's take the March Wardens out wide. We already routed those Eastland Raiders. I want to keep on them for a little while. If we can pull the spearmen towards us, that's fine. In fact, we're going to circle. Alright, they are scrambling those spearmen. Okay, let's get these guys. Let's hit the warband. Down here. Alright, let's get right at the Chieftain's Guard with my general. He should be okay. Should be. Alright, there he goes. Axemen, let's get rid of them. Right down the center from the back. Should be pretty good. Spearmen are... Okay, great. We got a nice big route. Let's just keep going this way. And, where are my spearmen? Okay, they're fighting the axes. I think that's good. There, they're pretty much broken up now. Spearmen are charging in. Let's get my cavalry out over here. Those axemen are routing. Let's turn and face those spears. So satisfying when they all just melt like that. Alright, those spearmen are now running away. Alright, let's chase them. I don't want them to get away if I can help it. We also want to grab all of those skirmishers, pretty much everybody, of course. You guys can stop pursuing because we've got friendly fire to worry about. Alright, this is not great. Swing in and hit from the side. Okay, there they go. Okay, at this point we've killed 97%. I feel like just exiting the battle here. I think that will be the end of it. We did very well in terms of losses. Fewer than 100. All right, and here we are being faced with another army. All right, this is good. I think this is good because that was a big stack. This is a, you know, a half stack. And this is all low tier stuff. We'll sweep them before us. This shows that they're getting worried. So this is going to be basically the same ground. Yeah, we were up there last time, and so I think we're going to want to do the same thing. Pretty much get up here. And I think I can afford to be a little more aggressive with my ranged guys, because this time the enemy army doesn't have like any cavalry. And they don't even have any units that I'm particularly worried about engaging. All right. We'll just wait for them to come to us. Now, you know, again, our armies are getting smaller and smaller, and we're whittling down in terms of unit size. So this is risky. The more we do this, the more of a risk it's going to be. But I think I can sneak over there, grab the settlement, gift it to North Rune, get out, come back, meet up with reinforcements. In the meantime, grab Bray Gestalad. Are they going to withdraw? Nope, they're just coming on very, very cautiously for some reason. Very weird. But yeah, they've already got some skirmishers routing. Very, very good. Hit that warband unit. Get the axemen there. Yeah, I figured they would route pretty fast. Follow that up with a hit right at the axemen there. We'll hit these axemen. They're routing. These guys are holding out. Hit the general. Alright, we're in melee with axemen. This is... Alright, the general's fleeing. Let's kill the general if we can. Taking some losses here. They're losing heavily. Alright, we gotta bring our guys back. There we go. A little worried about that. But our general gets some experience in the melee. That's not a bad thing. And yeah, let's stop it there so we don't take any more friendly fire. Yeah, 31 losses. We may have lost a unit or two of those scouts who were very, very low in unit size just to the auto merge. Okay, wonderful. Suitable husband, expert governor, and adept commander. This is probably the guy I was waiting for in Dale. Let's send him right up to Dale. Commanding stature, so that's extra hit points. He's a careless fighter, so that's counteracts that a little bit. But he's a barding, so that's good. Increase to trade income, increased public order, but an increase to troop training costs, but that's pretty negligible. Let's go ahead and accept him. He is in Hjorth. Awesome, right where we need him to be. Banegrim the Tall. We'll send him right down to the city of Dale. And already that made like 740 Mirian just by having him in here, which is awesome. All right, and now we can, theoretically, we can train stuff. Let's go ahead and give him the rule of the settlement, so to speak. Oh, but do we have a Lord of Dale? Yeah, we're going to have to get you over here and give it to this guy. Now, that's going to hurt Ulfan's loyalty. He is dubious currently. That's going to go down because, well, he's not going to be the governor. We took away the lordship. So, but Banegrim the Tall, he's going to do quite well, I would say. Let's see. Did we want to... We were getting another scout for some reason. What was it? Oh, that's right. We wanted to go over into the west. We wanted to see what Rohan was doing. So we'll keep moving him down in this direction. But I'm feeling good about having a governor in Dale. And honestly, he's already providing us with some building discounts. We can see that this building would normally cost us 500. Now it's 460, so that's something. I think he gets that from, let's see, is the expert governor? Yep, that gets him a 5% decrease. And maybe learned in lore. Yeah, that's a 3%. So he's getting like something like 8% discount, which is very nice. So given that, we can go ahead maybe and queue up some building. Let's see, our total income is 9,000, so there's no reason not to go for the muster field here, I guess. Let's just see if there's any place that's got more pressing needs in terms of building. And yeah, I guess that would be this. Muster fields here are going to be cheaper anyway, and they're going to get us our hillmen axe levies. And I think it's more important, honestly, for us to rush for the, the Mountain Guard. Yeah, I think we want these guys more than we want the longbowmen that we can get up in Dale. They're going to be more, it's going to be more of a game changer because we already have archers. Those longbowmen are really good, and they're going to be, they're definitely going to make a difference. But I think just having a solid infantry unit like that's going to make such a big difference in how we approach settlements and defense. All right. So we'll get you back to retrain. And we're still working on March Wardens here. Since this emissary is getting a bit old, I'll have to keep an eye on that. We've got a governor here, so this place is not going to be easily bribed just yet. But you know, as I get word of emissaries dying of old age, we are going to have to think about that. All right, now I need another scout too, honestly. So let's just keep going up the scout route. And we'll send him down to be around here. Although we will, once we get the settlement, we will get this watchtower. So that will help somewhat. But let's, for now, bring these guys over here. I don't want to bring them onto Rune's territory just yet. Get them all grouped together. And you're going to come down too. So we're going to be looking at 7 units. Which is, you know, respectable enough. Certainly no problem to take whatever's in here. And let's go with some scouts there. Now in Narragansett we can train. We can train these hillman levies. But I'm not keen to do that. There's 100 of them, which is okay. But they're, you know, that takes away from the population that is currently not growing at all. You know, eventually we will build stuff to change that. But I think we'll kind of stop there. However, I did notice that we've got a bunch of units here that were, I think, intended as a garrison in case of emergency, in case this place was attacked. We don't really need that anymore. And arguably, we don't even need a lot of these guys here. We can just send them down. And so we've got a couple of the foresters, a couple of spearmen, an archer, and 4 cav units. I think that's pretty decent.
Yes, master.
Okay, so there was a larger army over there, unless that was the army that attacked us, but I don't think so. So let's just keep an eye over here. I think we'll be able to get up here with no real trouble. Inside Fennis Room, we've got just some very, very basic, low-level stuff. Get the scout over here a little bit more. Okay, Tham doesn't look like it has too much right around it. Got a half stack inside. Bring the scout up here. There could be some large armies in the north. But what we're going to do is keep going in this general direction. And we get a couple of mercenaries. So 2 mercenary slingers. I think it is worth, at this point, merging so we can make room for that. Let's take the Rhovanion Rider Mercs. merge them with another unit, and now we've got room to pick up these two. And there may be other slingers and even other units in the area. One of the good units you can get around here is Variag mercenary warriors, or something along those lines. And they are a two-handed axe-wielding infantry unit, very heavily armed, good against armor. So that'll be a really interesting unit for us to have. It would be good to send them against, like, the enemy Spearmen of Rune, for example, which otherwise we just have to kind of take a bit of a beating to even deal with. Okay, still got 2,000 in the back, but I'm noticing that North Rune is making quite a good showing here. They're at least besieging Rathwin, and they're going to be forcing Rhovanion to do something about that. Okay, I do have an emissary here, so as soon as we get close enough, we will be able to offer them Fennis Rim once we take it. And otherwise, I think that'll be the end of this turn. Okay, Nerigzagil is all of a sudden very angry. 55? We must have a spy in here? I mean, I knew we were dealing with alignment problems. Alright, let's check the news. Okay, North Rune has another ally. Alright, let's get that Esgaroth scout. And we want him down here, I guess. You're going down to Rune, you're going down to, or Rohan rather, and you're going down this way. Okay, they've got some larger forces in the area. I'm just gathering the men here. I guess I could bring them back in. Seems like a bit of a waste. But that brings us up to 70 without needing anything else. Yeah, let's send these guys over, put them in the trees, just so that they can be there as an ambushing force. And I think we're going to go with... let's go with some archers there. Now here we've got our mercenaries retrained, and we've got some more March Wardens. Let's send them over, just as usual, and get going on some other March Wardens. But, you know, I'm kind of wondering if it might be worth it to train another nobleman. Just to have another general in the area who can do things like build watchtowers and, importantly, recruit mercenaries. If we look at the family tree, we've still got a bunch of sons who are potentially coming of age, so I'll wait. It'll take 3 turns to train that unit of nobles, so we'll go with March Wardens instead. One more turn and the King's Feast will be done. Alright, Yathan Ra has tillage. That's going to help income a bit. And Esgaroth has control posts. Okay. Barak the Hunter is attuned. Well, yeah, he's the governor of Fjorth. Doesn't really matter too much. Okay, we got a Dwarven spy out of Dale. You know, let's go ahead. Let's get another spy. We're just going to go spy crazy a bit. What I'm going to do is wait till he gets trained, and then I'm going to send the better spy out of this and over to Nerigzagil, because I suspect there's something going on here. You know, this was a happy settlement, and something changed. We're at 75% unrest, and now that could be natural unrest. But I knew that we had differences of alignment and everything, because we've got some shadow-touched. Yeah, he's shadow-touched. He's the king, right? Yeah, he's the king of Rhovanion. He's gone cultic. So I knew there was that, but the fact that it changed so swiftly leads me to suspect that, that there's something else going on here. All right. We were not attacked last season, which is awesome, and that means that we're not likely to be. Let's get our... where is Raycoast? Right there. Look at how lightly defended that is. Now, we know that Rune owns territory all the way up here. This settlement, which is garrisoned with 3 units currently. Thordram is held by Rune. I think this is as far north as they own, because up here, yeah, this is still held by North Rune. And this is, of course, still held by North Rune, and so is this. And North Rune are, I don't know, they might be stomping over Rhovanion, which would be very, very interesting. So what we're going to do is I think we're going to be in a good position, because there's nothing around here, to take this and then maybe rush to Raycoast and see about taking that. Maybe taking it and holding it even. But let's see about that. We will, I think, leave that for another episode. What I'm going to do here, let's just see what happens when we attack this army. Okay, they're going to go back into the city, that was a dumb move. I shouldn't have done that. But that's fine. This is just they get some extra warband, so that'll be okay. What we're going to do is let's assault to see what's in there. 406 men. It's all very light stuff, hardly anything. So for now, we're going to just hold off. But next episode, we are going to assault this, and I will show this battle, I think, because it's a little more involved than some of the other ones. And then we're going to assault Fennis Rim. We're going to sack it. We're just going to destroy everything, probably. Maybe exterminate, maybe enslave. We'll see. And depending on population. They got 5,000 people here. Yeah. If this wasn't so unhappy, I would be strongly tempted to bring in the population. But we got 2,400. That's pretty good. But in any case, next episode, we're going to be assaulting Fennis Rim, and then probably seeing if we can move over to Raycoast, because Rune doesn't seem like they have a lot. They're scrambling some troops back towards us over there. Looks like they're trying to defend around Breg Estelad. But if we can take this and this, we might have got them in a pretty precarious situation. Because the other thing is they don't own much territory in the south either. I know that because they're not at war with Khand. Khand owns pretty much everything south of this line. There's 2 settlements down here that Rune starts with. They probably took some territory over here and maybe over here, because there's these 2 rebel settlements. But west of that is Adunabar. So at most they have 2 settlements here, 2 here. And they're going to be providing them with not that much stuff. So us taking Fennis Rim and Raycoast, grabbing this and trying to hold, and then pushing to Erebos and Tham, that's going to be the death knell. So if we can pull that off, that's the plan. But it's still very touchy because, of course, we've got very, very few men up here. So not sure how that's going to go. But join me next time when we have the assault on Fennis Rim. Until then, take care.